Hello, my name is Regina, and I'm coming to you from the state of Connecticut, where I live with my children and my husband. Bonjour, bonsoir à tous nos amis francophones. So today's video is about that little kit that I picked up from Michael's a while back. If you recall, when I did my video, especially when we first when that joint was closing, I did a video about possible yarn substitute for the big twist yarn. And I went to Michael's, I went to Hobby Lobby. I don't think I went to Walmart. My plan was to go to Walmart, but I never made it to Walmart. Anyway, I went to those two stores to pick up some yarn and see what we can use to exchange for the big twist. As of now, in May, we now know that Hershey is going to be pick up some of the big twists, but at that time, that information was not available to us when we were in a panic mode. So when I went to Michael's, I picked up this little bear kit and I have been wanting to make it. So today's video is about this little bear actually went and made it, and I'm gonna give you my reviews of the kit and whether it's something that you should spend your money. This over here is our instruction, and I have two set of them. Oh, I see. One is in English and one is in French. So if you speak French, c'est parfait pour vous. I will put the French one away because I actually is more comfortable crocheting in English than French at this point. This is so adorable. So this have all the instruction. They even tell you how to begin, the magic loop and chain. And yes, it looks complete. All right, so let's go over what came with the kit. First, I have here a set of safety eyes, the very tiny little one, a set of button. Okay, yeah, that's cute. Those two buttons goes on the overall. In the back of the eyes, then it comes in with a needle. And then we have the yarn. This is to make the bear's body. So far, it feels very nice and soft. We'll see when we start crocheting with it. And I love that beautiful color. And then we have a little bit of black, probably to make the eyes and the nose. No, not the eyes, the nose. That's for embroidery. So that will be for the muzzle and the nose piece. They even send you some floss. Oh, beautiful. To, sew in the buttons in this the blue, light blue. That's for the overall. And I have this little piece. I think this is going to go toward the, okay, that's his shirt. So this is for his shirt. All right, in the little pocket. Okay. And then it has a crochet hook. Now this looks like the Dollar Tree hook. Okay. And I can't tell the size. Okay, well, there's no size on the needle, on the crochet hook. All right, well, it would be nice to have a size on the crochet hook. Let me see if the size is included here. It says one plastic needle. Okay, it doesn't tell you the size. So, which makes substituting this hook for your own hook difficult since you don't know the size. I mean, if I'm guessing, this is looks like a 2.5 millimeter or a 3, but I'm gonna go try to crochet with it because that's what we're supposed to do. Use what's in the kit and see if that works. Now, if I'm still having hand pain, I will stop using it because I use my hands a lot. I type for work plus I crochet, so I'm very sensitive with my hand. I cannot overwork them. So we'll see. If this turns out to be too hard on my hands, we'll switch to something else. All right, so stay tuned. I have everything here I need to crochet this little bear. So exciting. All right. And here, got my little co-host right here. If I'm sitting on the chair, she's right next to me. And the house is quiet. I just have about 30 minutes before I can do this because it's almost time to pick up my first child from high school, my first child. My second one, he's done, and then I have to go back later and pick up the youngest because he's in sports. So yeah, so I only have a few minutes. So I was gonna try to see if I can at least get to the head of the bear, and then before I have to go and pick up everyone. And then after that, maybe later on, I will try some more. I gotta put my legs up, and I'll do maybe the body. I don't know. But anyway, I got my stitch marker. I got my magic circle started. I am using the needle that they gave, and the instruction seems very clear. I can see without even with my glasses, and it looks like we are doing parts here and then attaching everything. So we do the head first, the two arms, and then the rest of the body with the color change for the overall, and then attach everything else. So doesn't sound horrible. So yeah, let's begin with the head. I could not get them in again because usually I embroider my eyes, but these came with the eyes and I wanted to use them. I still have the feature of the face to put in, but so far so good. And yeah, I work on the body a little bit today. So I got, I think I'm almost at the part where you have to decrease and then change color to the shirt. So yeah, pretty good. I love the little um, diagram here, how to put all the parts together. I think that's extremely helpful. Uh, 17. So when I come back, I know exactly where I left off and I can go ahead and pick it up. So, but as you can see, the sunlight is about gone. So it is time for dinner. So yeah, I'm going to make my family some dinner. And if I have time, I'll pick this up again tonight. If not, for another day. Bye bye. All right, time to put our arms. I already pinned them down, and let's go ahead and do it. Ready for the reveal? And here we go. So this is what my bear version looked like. I did follow the pattern as much as I could. Um, the buttons are still missing. I don't know if I mentioned that. I lost the buttons and I look everywhere in the house. I can't find them. I know I put them in somewhere. They were a little baggy. They were so small that I was afraid of that very thing. And I remember saying, I'm going to put them somewhere so I don't lose them. Except I don't remember where that somewhere is. So no button. I can always French knot two little knots, to make up for the button. But for the purpose of this video, it's fine. Everything else is done. I have pretty much almost all the brown yarn left, a good chunk of the overall, which was this light blue left. The skin tones, I still have some left, but not as much because I was having some difficulty when we do the con. So I did use a little bit more of that tin yarn, that light brown yarn. And that's why I don't have as much as of it left. But over that, the stuffing here, I have a whole amount of stuffing. So I could technically make another bear with this. So really nice that they gave you extra material to allow room for errors and mistakes. So that's a good con. Oh, gee, that's the opposite. That's a good pros. Another pro of this little box is the pattern itself. The pattern was relatively easy to follow. They even give you a chart on how to put it together, you know, and it goes step by step. So if, like I said, if you're not a very expert in amigurumi, the step by step will guide you what to make first, what to go next, and how to put it together. I did not find a lot of. I had no difficulty. Everything else was good as far as the pattern goes. So you might ask, what are the cons? Well, there are some cons, as everything in life. One of the con, I would say, the yarn had those little fuzz on it. It was a soft ball, a soft yarn, but it did have some fuzzy coming out of it, which made it extremely hard to frog, and that's how I ended up making three different arms because the first one I didn't like, but I couldn't unfrog it. I couldn't undo it. It was, the yarn became kind of tight on itself. So this pattern, make sure you read all the steps because if you make an error, it's gonna be very hard to frog, and I'm not even sure why. You see, I don't know if you can see, but it's not. It's full of little fuzz. Yeah, I think you can pick them up. I don't know if it's to make a bear more bear-like, but yeah, those fuzz were a problem when it came to frogging, and I could not get this thing. I could not redo the arms. So same for the muzzle. I could not redo it because I didn't like the first one because this those little fuzz were coming into play and tying up the yarn, and no, there's no fugging with this yarn. So make sure you triple check that you understand the instructions because if you have to fog, you're gonna have a problem. All right, so overall, I would say yes. If you see that kit, go ahead and get it. It is retailing at $9.99 right now at Michael's, and I got mine with a coupon. So I would say wait for the coupon. This is not worth $9.99, but with a coupon, a 40% coupon, I think that's what I got it at. So I think I paid an amount of $5 something. So yeah, $5, yes, because not only you get everything to make the bear, but you also have the pattern now. So you can remake this anytime in your own colors. You can change it and make it into a girl bear if you want to. So that to me is make buying it worth it. So yes, if you would like to do this, yeah, go ahead. And mine looks a little different. It's got a neck for some reason. I must have added a few more round to the head. That was not my intention. It was an unintentional mistake. So mine looks a tiny bit older. That's what I would say. This looks like, maybe a 5 or 6 year old, and what this looked like a twin, somebody who's about to be 10 or 13. That's what I think this looks like because I have a neck as opposed to this. But yeah, side to side, I like them. And this is not a big bear, it's gonna be a small one, but you can always remake it in bigger yarn. So uh oh, there was one thing, they did not say what the size of any of the yarn is, nor the needle. So from the look of this into when I look at the yarn, it looks like a size 3. So you could remake it in a size 3 or use a worsted weight 4 to make this and you get a bigger bear. Or you can even try to do it in a plushie. I don't do plushies, they hurt my hands, but hey, be my guess if that's what you want. So yeah, overall, I would say yes for the kit. Go ahead and get it if you see it at Michael's. If you would like me to review some of the other kit, let me know because they had other ones. They even had the one that kind of hugs you. What's the name now? Drawing a blank. Lovies. I think they call lovies. Anyway, those flat amigurumi. So those ones were there too. So if there's any other kid that you are questioning whether it's worth getting it, let me know in the comment below, and I will purchase it and with a coupon. I will purchase it and then review it for you. And it was very nice chatting with you about this kid. And have a good day. May God bless you. Remember, God loves you. Bye bye. Hello.